What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil 3 Remake. We got the power turned back on, so let's get those subway trains moving.
Carlos, it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic control system. It should be in the subway company's offices.
Right. I think I know the building.
Really? Way to go, partner. One step ahead.
Not your partner.
Hey, you remember how I said it was really important to do all the lockpick and bolt cutter things before turning the power on? You see that autosave right there? That should be your indicator that something is about to happen. And it ain't gonna be pretty.
You shitting me?
Whoa! Hello, Nemesis! The main antagonist of the game is now constantly on your trail. This portrayal of Nemesis is a bit different than the original. For one, the original, he was a constant stalker. Unfortunately, in Resident Evil 3, you can kind of predict where Nemesis is going to be. Doesn't stop him from being threatening! So, if you thought the Tyrant in Resident Evil 2 was bad, the devs decided, oh, hey, we like that idea. What if we made it worse? And I mean worse in a good way, because Nemesis is faster, more ferocious. He comes after you when you don't even see him coming. Never turn your back to him because chances are he's catching up quick. I actually really like this version of Nemesis. Oh, man. This isn't good. This isn't great. I'm on danger. No! Okay. I like this version of Nemesis. He's actually scary.
Carlos! That thing is still alive! It's after me!
What? Run! Come back to the station!
Not until I get traffic control online.
Now, I know some of you are rolling your eyes going, this guy isn't scary because you can predict where he's coming up. That doesn't stop his AI from being incredibly smart. Even if you can predict where he's going to be, the fact that he can catch up quickly is where the intimidation comes in. Mr. X, he took his sweet time, you know, he did his fast power walk or whatever, and you were able to, you know, dodge him, get away from him. With this one, I just feel like, oh yeah, now he's a threat. And I really like that. That's what Nemesis should be. A monster that is constantly coming towards you, and the only way to get away from him is to either fight or flee. I am going to clear these zombies out first, because you remember that red barrel I told you not to blow up? Well, we're going to use that to our advantage. Because I kind of know where Nemesis shows up in, it's good to have a couple barrels laying in wait. This guy just ran directly into it. Awesome. He really wants me to blow that thing up. It's actually crazy. Alright. Focus time. Gotta do this right. And that's why you save the red barrel. Instead of showing up randomly, Nemesis shows up at predetermined places, and it's always a nuisance. He is so much faster than Tyrant and can jump to your location if you get too far ahead. If you manage to down him, you get some goodies. In the original game, if you were playing on hard mode, you could defeat Nemesis, quote-unquote defeat Nemesis, and he would drop special items. In this one, he drops a bit less, but he drops enough. Now, when I say you defeated Nemesis, you didn't really defeat Nemesis. If anything, you just slowed him down just a little bit. And I still like the rendition of that where, oh no, you didn't beat him. You just, you know, got a couple steps ahead. What? Oh, I disagree with that. I disagree with that one. At least it wasn't a hit on my back. That would have really sucked. Alright, so we made it all the way here. We didn't have to make any pit stops. Having to make pit stops in this is pretty bad.
Carlos, I'm in the control room. Now what?
Nice. Now you gotta plot out a route.
Okay, give me a second.
Guys, don't panic, but we have a puzzle in Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Alright, where are we headed?
The train is stopped at Redstone Street. We need to reach Fox Park Station. Can you program that in?
Hey, I'm Super Cop. Consider it done.
All you gotta do is map out a route. It starts at Redstone Street and it stops at Fox Park. So all you gotta do is change around the locations and what stops it has to make. If you need more of a visual representation, you could just send it. And now you can actually see which routes you need to take to continue the line. This is what I did when I tried to solve the puzzle, because this map kind of really blows. So just being able to look at the screen is very helpful. So we have, let's see, Faust Avenue. That's at stop number 2. We got Raccoon Central Station. It also doesn't help that because the names are shortened, you actually have to figure out which is which. I just realized I did this wrong. Hold on. Wait, what is incorrect? Oh, I did Redstone Street twice. I'm so sorry. So we need Faust. We need Raccoon Central Station at number 3. And then we need St. Michael's Clock Tower. There we go. And this should be good.
Valid route confirmed.
Woohoo!
Carlos, it's me. I finished inputting the subway route.
Jill, you are amazing. Tough as nails, too. Hurry back to the station. We'll make sure the subway's ready to depart.
So there are quite a few places where Nemesis won't follow you into. If it's important to the plot, chances are he won't be allowed in, but there are a few places where he'll come in and you're not expecting him. We'll take a look at that later. But now for a brand new enemy type. Even though a couple of the enemies from back then didn't make it in, they decided to add a new enemy type. The Parasite. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. No thank you. This thing is literally a gigantic bug that has overtaken the brain of a zombie. You can open up its many legs by shooting the body of the zombie, and then it just like opens it up, and its weak point is its eyeball or its mouth, whatever you want to call it. But also shotgun is a viable way to get rid of these guys. I normally avoid them as much as I can, and if I know a zombie is going to spawn with a parasite on it, I'll find a way to kill it before it can spawn it. They're just mean. Well, it looks like we lost Nemesis, at least for the time being, so I'm gonna suit up for war, so to speak. I also need to grab a healing item because I got a little hurt. It's fine, it's fine. There we go. I used up a lot of my shotgun shells when finding the drained Demos, but it's okay. We're back in action. If you want an easy way to deal with Nemesis, be sure to stockpile up on those grenades. This is another reason why I told you to unlock everything, because you can find grenades that way.
What the hell is it doing to them?
Nemesis has a type of infection! That's cool! He's basically creating little peons that he can use to find Jill and kill her. Even more threatening. He just takes over zombies. That is brilliant, actually. If he can't chase you down, he'll find some new fodder that can. I guess I should note that Nemesis dropping the cases happen in specific areas. Essentially, every time he has a cutscene associated to him, or when he shows up out of nowhere, if you manage to knock him down, you get a brand new case out of it. So there we go. We got 2. And it was upgrade parts for our handgun, which is very nice. And next time he shows up, we should be able to hit him one more time with a grenade, and then we'll be able to pick up a brand new item, which is nice. Ooh, he showed up right when I didn't want to. No! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There ain't no way. Okay. I was still good on health. We're okay. That's how they attack if they grapple you. Ew. Okay. We managed to escape. Because Nemesis still can't handle doors, he's not going to be running in here. Yeah, I should heal this. I'm goofing off too much. Got everything clear. We're good to go. We've hit a point of no return, so I hope you got everything. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We will be returning to the streets of Raccoon City. It's just going to be very closed off by comparison.
Nice job, Super Cop. I'm impressed.
We back in business?
Yeah, mostly. But we need 30 to 40 minutes to finish maintenance. Nikolai, how are we doing?
The town's crawling with those freaks. No chance of fighting our way out of the city. Why is she here?
She's helping get the trains running again.
Bad time to start getting dead weight, friend. She's unreliable. Can't pull the trigger when it counts.
Hey, take it easy.
She'll get you killed.
Sorry about that. Everyone's a little worked up. Oh, come on. Not again.
It's me he's after.
Hey,
I'll buy you some time.
hey, wait! Wait, Jill! No!
Okay, almost immediately dodge.
Come on, you creepy-ass stalker. You want stars? I'll give you stars. Ah!
Ow! This is why you immediately dodge. See, this is what I like about this Nemesis. Cutscenes? He don't give a fuck about cutscenes. I've had that voice line interrupted before because he came up and just slugged me in the back of the neck. It was hilarious. I mean, Jill got hurt, so it wasn't hilarious, but it was so funny. One of Jill's most famous lines, he interrupted because fuck cutscenes. Alright. Come on over, big boy. I need another item. There we go. Easy as that. There's 3 items. And this one's actually very useful. After you get the 2 weapon parts, you will only get ammo after that. Kind of a disappointment because the original gave you a brand new gun as a result. A couple guns, actually. It makes sense why they're not here. It would just be redundant to get a new handgun right after upgrading the one you had. I love sewer segments. I'm glad they exist in video games. It's okay. I'll get over it. At least they do something with it, and it's not just blindly going into a sewer.
Carlos, do you copy? Carlos! Ugh, shit.
Okay. I need to make something known. The one thing I do not agree with in RE3 is the line Jill said after Nemesis gave chase. You want stars? I'll give you stars. That line has been cemented in Resident Evil fans since the day they heard it. It was the final line Jill gave before killing Nemesis once and for all. Having it there, not the best. Not the best. I'm not going to say it's bad, you know, because she's being boisterous. It's like, yeah, you want stars? I'll give you stars. And then she gets hit in the back of the head. With that one, it's still a badass line. You can still use it when killing off Nemesis for good. It won't lose its impact. Having it right here, while, in my opinion, it still works, missed potential to not have it at the end. I will agree with the internet on that one. Everything else, though, it's been pretty good so far. And this segment in particular is actually very good, but at the same time, every time I see this segment, I'm like, oh man, I gotta deal with this again! So this is actually kind of lovely in the case of the story. Carlos needed extra time to get the train up and running. I mean, we turned the power on, but, you know, we still got to get that thing fixed and up and running. So having Jill come down here in the sewers to escape Nemesis, he's still in hot pursuit. He's still trying to find a way to find this woman. He'll find a way eventually, but for the time being, we need to find our way back topside because we had to close our way in. A sewer section, it's okay. You can take it or leave it. It depends on what happens down here. Now, when Resident Evil 2 did it, I complained because they introduced a new enemy type, and I'm like, all right, this is just Bleh, I don't like this.
I'm definitely burning this place.
When RE3 does it, it's actually a very clever way to introduce a returning enemy. Oh Lord, the enemy. Are you kidding me? I think those were my exact words when I saw this thing in my first playthrough. Are you kidding me? The Hunter Gammas? This early? Are you mad?
What the fuck was that?
I agree, Jill. What the fuck is that? Not only do you have to deal with Nemesis, the Drain Demos, you also have the Hunter Gammas. These mean sons of bitches brought back hunters in a way that is so memorable. I absolutely love it. This is also just a continuation of what happened in Resident Evil 2 Remake, where, yeah, hey, do you remember this enemy from back in the old days? Yeah, we brought it back and we gave it an instant kill move. The Hunter Gammas can kill you instantaneously. When it opened up its giant maw, that's a one-hit kill. Genius, but also, I hate you. This is just a little background information about the Hunter Gammas. It also gives you a little hint on what will kill them faster. The shotgun can only do so much, but these things are extremely cold-blooded. You need to increase that temperature. Maybe burn them. This also gives a little bit of backstory on the development of the Hunter Gammas. They started out as little tadpoles and then they grow up to eating machines. Brrr, hate these things. Oh, hey, Kendo. I know that guy. He's a pretty cool dude. Love his daughter. Adorable little thing. Yeah, so, Umbrella also bought from Kendo, which is actually pretty funny. Kendo don't care. He's going to sell guns to whoever he wants to. But they had a contingency plan just in case the Hunter Gammas went out of control. Grenade launcher, baby! Oh, I love this thing. This is a great weapon. It's got so many ammo types. And I'm really glad they brought it back from the old games. So now we have a good way to deal with the Hunter Gammas. Just gotta heat them up a little bit. It's fine, it's fine. Let me find another one. By the way, nice little detail that they're scurrying around in the sewer. One of them slid out of a pipe, just like the G mutants in Resident Evil 2. I always have my gun at the ready after shooting, because I have had some instances where it flails around while it's burning and still has a couple hit points left, and then it comes back and attacks. Always have your gun ready and make sure those things die. Because you don't want to try to pass them and all of a sudden, and there you go. You're just dead. See, I also like expanding on what these creatures are and what they've been doing. As they've been incubating down here in secret lab areas, and they escaped into the sewer, regular people in Raccoon City were taking notice. He also gives you a hint, next time one of those things comes out, I'm going to shoot them in their mouth. So there you go. That's how you effectively deal with Hunter Gammas. They open up their big maw to try to kill you, pump them full of fire. Also, the impact when they fall. These are huge monsters. I'm not going to immediately, hand out a Most Improved award, because in the original game, these guys showed up in the hospital. Just so far along into the story, and then they became regular enemies. This one, they expand on where they came from, what they're capable of, made them more threatening because they could just instant kill you. This is good shit, Capcom. Keep this up. Hello. Ah, excellent. Okay. We've made it through a majority of the sewer. If you were to check your map, this is essentially the last stop you'll be making. And this probably has one of my favorite journal entries in the entire game, for flavor's sake only. Because, you got a couple things in here that you can stock up on supplies You were given the ingredients on how to make more explosive rounds, flame rounds. They tell you how to make all these different grenade mixtures. So we got another explosive A, and we can combine that. Oh, sorry, explosive B. Combine those, you get flame rounds. Awesome. So A and B equals flame rounds. Load them up. We're ready to fight. Go ahead and make some handgun ammo because I don't have any. I do have plenty of shotgun, at least to get me through for a while. This right here. A love letter? My little darlings, it's already been 3 months since we fled here together. I find myself thinking back on the day you hatched. Your little voices made me tremble with pride. This is the guy that made the Hunter Gammas. So what if you're susceptible to heat? So what if your delicate mandibles are exposed when you feed? Haven't they ever heard of character flaws? This guy's nuts. He made giant man-eating toad creatures. And he says, oh, my little darlings, nobody understands you. But I have a strange feeling they killed him. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling that when these things escaped, they just kind of took advantage of that fact that he was going, I love you, and then just chomped down. Just, free meal, hell yeah. But then again, most animals don't get rid of the source of their food. Like, if you see people with pet alligators and whatnot, alligator knows where to get infinite food. If you get rid of that source, no more food. Right, we got the battery. It's what we came here for. Hello there. In some speedruns I've seen, the Hunter Gammas have a specific attack pattern where they'll attack from one side, and you can use that to your advantage to run past them. I always panic when these things are on screen because these guys are run killers. You're running along and you make one wrong move and you're instantly eaten. It's a run killer, just immediately. So I just take my time and kill these things. Oh, and they make the most disgusting noises when you kill them. Ugh. So I do love at this point, there is no way back to an item box. You have to pick up the battery in order to advance and to get back to an item box. I guess that's not true because in the room where you got the grenade launcher, there is an item box there. So, never mind. I just like that you can't go all the way back to where you were going, and you need to make your long way around to get to the door to advance back to Raccoon City. The level design in these recent Resident Evil remakes have been spectacular. And this is nothing against the old games. There were a lot of corridors and a lot of going through door transitions. But this one, every single time you go to a new area, they all loop around perfectly. Resident Evil 1 Remake was one of the best examples of you started here, you went a hell of a long ways around, and then you ended back to where you needed to go. It's just, the level design in all the Resident Evil games are so cool, man. Because if you go off the beaten path, more inventory space. Thank the Lord. Was I hurting for it? No. Did I want it? Absolutely. Isn't there... Yeah, there is one thing in here. Where's that? There's something else in here. I just can't quite see it. Is it over here? Oh, there it is. Hey, gunpowder. Nice. Go ahead and make some shotgun shells. All right, we're loaded up and ready to go. Don't forget the battery. It's not like you can lock yourself out of any place, but just to save time. And that was the introduction of the Hunter Gammas. They are now normal enemies, but you won't see them except in specific circumstances. I'm going to head back to the main save room, and I'm going to save here. Let's go ahead. I need to rearrange my items, so I'll go ahead and put the battery in here, and then I'll go ahead and rearrange everything. There are a couple things I want to talk about, though, before we end off for the day. The first thing is, if you go into a save room and you hear the save room theme, that is considered a safe room and a save room. Nemesis cannot come in here. He still has a little bit of the AI of the Tyrant from Resident Evil 2, so certain rooms he will not enter. This is actually going back to the original Resident Evil 3. He won't go in certain rooms, but that does not mean you're safe. After you see the cutscene where he turns that zombie into a parasite zombie, he'll give chase. Not every safe room is a safe room. And then he just plants you straight into the ground where you belong, you disgusting worm. How dare you think you can escape from Nemesis that easily? And now let's get to some unique death scenes. This one, I hate, just because I don't like bugs. And you thought the one with Drain Demos was bad. The loss of all free will and you become one of the Walking Dead. And, of course, the one that I fear the most, instant death! What a horrid way to go. See you guys next time.
Stop.